Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy JB's and I'm back for another motherfucking video. So I've been posting lately because I've been trying to work on getting out this project that I've been working on for this wedding I did about 2 to 3 weeks ago. I just had a problem with, sending it out, trying to do it through a whole bunch of different stuff, but finally got it done. It's good. Now I can get back to regular scheduling programming, and I miss, showing y'all some videos. But before I start today's video, make sure you subscribe. Y'all new to the channel. Give this a big thumbs up, and let's get it, and let's go. So right now, as y'all see, I just came back from work. Had a nice little work day. Smooth, like, it's my Friday. And basically for today's video, my girl and I, we're gonna be doing a mukbang. But you know how we feel about living out here in Jersey. So with that dude said, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And stick tuned for this bang ass mukbang. See y'all in the next clip, folks.
I'm back with another video.
Nah, alright, start. So right now, we are finally gonna do this mukbang about things that we do like and things that we don't like about living in Jersey. So doing it right now, introduce my co-host, Ms. Johnson. Bye.
I can't with you. Hello.
So right now we're about to eat our shrimp po' boy made by her. So first we're gonna say our blessings. Thank you God for another day that you have given me. Thanks for everything you're doing, what we're doing, and continue doing. Please continue to take each and every one of our loved ones and everybody else safe and sound from everything that's going on outside today as well. Now let us enjoy this rest of this night and have a positive productive night. Amen. Alright, so
where we starting first?
So first we're gonna start on the negative things that we don't like about it. So you go first.
So I'm gonna say one. Okay. So Jersey. Things that I don't like about Jersey is the food. We have not found the best Jersey food so far. We have found okay places, but it's been trial and error. So this is why today we were supposed to get food for the mukbang, but I decided to cook instead. It's healthier and better. But the food, one time we went to a Mexican spot and they gave us the wrong order. Then they refused to change our food bag. I do understand it's COVID, but if we're paying for something, they definitely need to, give us what we want. And the food wasn't all that. It was very greasy, and they caused both of us to have a stomach ache. And it's not the first place we've encountered in Jersey like that. But if we could say it's like a hit or miss with a lot of these locations. Your turn.
Let's see. Things I don't like. Stores, most of these stores, they close for early. See, from New York, we used to places close on like 12, 1, 2, and stores over 24 hours, but these stores be closed at 9 o'clock. Some that closes at 10, maybe 11, but mostly at 9. It's like, that shit's horrible, bro.
Even the corner stores, sometimes even close at 6, depending the location too.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that we also had an issue with was finding the right nail place and hair place. So he goes into his old barber to get his haircuts, but I had to find a new hair lady. So trying to find a new hair lady, it was, I had to read reviews and I had to see which one was best. The one I got, she was cool. Despite we had a little issue at the beginning, but hopefully she continues to be cool. But the nail place, the first nail place we went to, they were affordable, but it was very small and they didn't do designs on nails. And they pretty much, when you ask them for stuff, they didn't want to do it. And to me, it's like, if I'm paying for it, might as well do whatever design I want, do exactly how I want my nails to look, because that's what I'm paying for. So we went there like for a month, and then we just stopped going there. We found a new place, but then the new place is more expensive, but they're better and clean too.
Most important part is they clean. Mm. Then one of my other things, I only came with 3. Maybe think of 3 slots some more, but nothing I don't like about living out here is how like some of the houses are real close to each other. It's like, bro, like, y'all need some space. I feel like nobody wants to live. Nobody wants to live that close to each other. Some people do, they don't care. It was like some of these houses are too close.
Well, it's the area we're in currently.
Yeah.
Talking about area and living close. So we currently live in the building. It's cool, but we had a neighbor situation, you know, and we try to be as mindful as we can. We do understand that this is a place where we're gonna be. We all gotta live together, and we have to be mindful of one another. So the first month, it was very quiet. It was cool. By the month and a half, right, we had an issue with the neighbors upstairs. And it was pretty much, we was understanding that they were moving, and we do understand that moving causes a lot of noise and whatnot. But you gotta be mindful and respectful that there's other people living in the building, underneath and above you, and you shouldn't be moving. And the way that they were moving, it was they were slamming shit and throwing stuff at 2 in the morning and even early in the morning. So throughout the night, I'm a light sleeper. I would get startled very easily from them throwing stuff. And it's just like, okay, we gave him a week and a half. And after the week and a half, he was like, okay, we cannot take it anymore. He has to go upstairs and talk to them. All right, cool. We spoke to them. They try to do better. But from time to time, we hear some of the loud stepping or throwing and stuff. But then it wasn't just them. The neighbors downstairs, by our, second or third month. So we just made pretty much 4 months this month. By like our second and a half month or third month, we had an issue with the neighbors downstairs. Okay, we sitting here in the living room watching TV, and guess what? What do we hear at 12 something at night? Almost 12:30. The door slamming. So these doors, you gotta make sure you close them, but you gotta, close them nice and quietly, because if you don't, it's gonna slam, and then pretty much you hear it in the hallway, and everyone else feels it. Guess what? She didn't do it one time. She did it about 5 times. So it's 12:30. You would think you have common sense that other people are sleeping, watching TV, whatever they're doing at 12:30. So he goes downstairs. He speaks to the young lady, and she tried to be mindful, but that's not it. As time goes on and they try to get settled in, we still hear noise downstairs. If it's not the freaking door, it's them playing loud boombox music that sounds horrible. And it's not the fact that we're trying to control our neighbors, because we know that we all pay freaking rent here, and we all do, and it's expensive. But at the same time, it's like, think of your neighbor and don't do to others what you don't want done to you. So it's being mindful. It's the time and place for things. It shouldn't happen early in the morning or late at night that you're making all this noise. Like, be a little bit more considerate.
Another thing I don't like is the fact that a lot of places are closed on Mondays. Now, I can understand that Jamaica solution, because we had that thing back in New York, but a lot of businesses are closed Monday. Fucking body shops, certain stores. It's like, damn. Monday's a holiday? Not Monday, I'm sorry, Sunday.
And sometimes Mondays. It depends the location, like where you're trying to go. That's why it's important that you look up the schedule of where you're trying to go. Because, perfect example, a place that everyone wants to go on the weekends is the mall. One of the malls that is pretty popping over here, it's like 30 minutes away from us, is closed on Sunday. Who does that? Who wants to close the mall on a Sunday when on the weekends, that's where you make the most money? But on Sunday, they're closed, which is stupid to me. So, my other thing is work situations out here. Work situations for myself, including others. New Jersey is very particular on the job market. So if you don't have a particular license for your craft, for what you're specialized in, you pretty much are obligated to work in New York. Now, if you want to work here, you pretty much got to make sure all your licenses and stuff are from here. Your driver license is one thing you got to make sure you change. Your license for whatever profession, it has to be New Jersey because that's what they're looking for. Then, if you find, and if you're lucky to find a job that doesn't require a license, you got to travel an hour and a half or 2 hours sometimes, driving or in public transportation just for that job. So, the work situation is pretty tricky, which that's something that you got to continue exploring and see what's best for you.
I said all things I don't like. You still got something else, or that's it? Yeah, one more thing, y'all.
Jersey forces you to have a car automatically. There's no way that you're going to be in Jersey taking public transportation because the buses don't pass that often from what we see. And everywhere you go, it could be close, but you have to have a car. So the store, the grocery store, the mall and all that stuff, it's close to us. It's like, 10, 15 minutes away driving. But if you don't have a car, it makes it longer. So it's like you have to have a car when coming over here. Those are all my cons. You want me to start the likes or you want to start?
I start the likes. So the things I do like. Alright. I like the fact, one thing I like is the fact that we have a bigger living space with each other. And we get to move around and not bump heads and stuff like that. A spot that, I was over there at the weekends with her and stuff like that. It was very small. It's half this living space. And it was hot. It's like a sauna in that bitch.
I do agree that the other spot was small, but one of the advantages I feel like we have that I couldn't settle for was an updated place. It needed to be updated, have central air, like he said. It was very hot in the other apartment. Not only was it hot, the kitchen was very tiny and I couldn't really cook. Nothing was really updated. It was like trial and error with that apartment. I was thankful to have a place to live, but the conditions of the apartment were horrible. And dealing with the landlords and supers was worse. But what I can say about this one is definitely an upgrade. It's more space. Everything is updated. We have washer and dryer, which takes time from us doing laundry every week, which would take us about 2-3 hours every, weekend for us to do things, because it pretty much is you won't have to stay in laundry or you're gonna have to run around and come back and check it and stuff. So we do have that as an advantage.
I like how that views. As you got a view of the city, there's a lot of beautiful artwork out here. Artwork is dope. It's still, I'm gonna do probably this week. Go like by the Highland Tunnel. It's this gas station. They got all this beautiful art. Man, dope shit. Even besides over there, it's like a whole bunch of art that I like to see.
Well, talking about views, I like the location we're at. Right now, we're at a location that is very close to the city. If we want to head to the city, we can head to the city. It's not too far. We're close to other little towns and areas where we could go party if we want to. If we have to go run errands, we have those things close to us, so the location is good. The scenery out here in lots of places is very nice because they have a lot of water area. They have places where you can see, the buildings and all that stuff and rooftops. So the scenery to me is very important. So definitely the views and everything and the location is ideal for me.
then definitely it's easier for me to get to work. I'm like 20 minutes from here from work. So where I used to live at, it took me like 45 minutes, 50 minutes. I fly like 45 to like 50 minutes on a train, same by car, depending on the traffic. Right? We did think about taking, the train route, whatever, but it would probably cost a little more. Parking. I mean, I could have used my metro card, but just the parking and she had to take the train at night. I mean, she had to drive me to the thing at night. It just made more sense doing it like this. So it's easier for me to get to work.
So, one thing that I could say, the cost of living. So being that Jersey doesn't cover taxes, we are able to have a budget on what we're going to spend as far as the things we want, which, helps out. Depending on where you live in Jersey, you get to get more for your money's worth. So that's something that I could say the cost of living is totally a little bit cheaper depending on the area, because there's certain areas that are very expensive in Jersey. But compared to the city, it's just ridiculous. Here, you're able to get more space, more quality. You're able to breathe fresh air. So the cost of living and the lifestyle is a little bit different than the city.
Definitely is. Definitely is. And I feel like I had get a more better opportunity of doing things, depending on what you want to do. And it's definitely a great space to grow up. See, like a lot of my coworkers moving out here, a lot of people that I know moving to Jersey. New York's expensive, you know what I mean? Shit, you could get half the price of a house out here in New York. New York gonna charge you like 600 something K for a freaking house that's freaking small. You could pay half that for Jersey. Yeah, the tax may be a little more, but you get more space.
Well, another thing that caught my attention was the health system. The health system is a little bit more improved than New York City. The doctors, from what I've experienced so far, it's not like New York. New York is overpopulated. So you have overworked doctors, overworked nurses, and the treatment is just, everyone's burnt out. So they're just like hustle and bustle with you. Here, from what I've experienced, the doctors are a little more patient. They're able to see you at a reasonable time instead of having you wait an hour or more for you to be seen for stuff. Like, we'll go to urgent care, and the most we've ever spent at urgent care was 30 minutes. Compared to New York, that we're going to urgent care, we won't have a line.
Wow.
It's just ridiculous. So I could say the health system, because of where we're at, is a little bit more improved. Hopefully it continues to be like that, because we never know.
Well, that's all I gotta say about things that I like and I don't like about Jersey. And you?
I think it's the stepping stone where we're at currently in our relationship of us moving into Jersey and where we want to go as far as our individual goals and couples goals. So it was definitely refreshing coming to Jersey. I'm always been a Brooklyn girl, but I had to give Brooklyn up. And it was okay. I was fine with it. I didn't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I feel like I'm much happier. It's more peaceful and it's quieter here. So I can say that it's definitely a new chapter.
Yep.
So we're supposed to ask each other, how does it feel living with each other for the first time?
Well, the first time, at first it was a little nerve-wracking. It was a little nervous, living with her. We loved each other. You baby over there?
I would take my time.
You should have finished mine.
No, it's not true. He's the one who swallows his food thinking it's a race, and I want to take my time. There's nothing wrong with eating slow.
She got bad stomach right now.
Especially when your stomach is acting up or has issues anyways. It's sensitive, so I'd rather eat slow.
Yeah.
So you were saying?